What is up, YouTube? So, it's Brian Decay, and this is going to be a video. I don't think I've really done this type of video before here on this channel, but I'm going to be doing a figure review. I bought Legacy Core Class Beast Machines Cheetor here, and this figure is very interesting, and we're going to talk about it today. So, here's the first thing you need to know about this figure is it is very show accurate. Like, the dimensions on this guy are really solid. Like, let me get him into position here. He's got the legs, and I actually kind of like that he's not, like, he is very show accurate, but he is not too show accurate, because Cheetor's legs in that show always bothered me. Like, I remember seeing somebody mention that they thought his legs should be like twice as long, like he'd almost be the size of like a normal Transformer figure if he was actually had the leg length he was supposed to have. But I am so glad they didn't go that route, honestly. But yeah, I like him. He's really cool looking. The other thing is, though, I will say this though, you cannot get his legs out as much as you might want him, because he will just plop over like so. So you gotta give him a little bend to get him to stick around. But yeah, other than that though, it's a really nice show accurate Beast Machines figure. And I have heard that other people say, like, the designers hate Beast Machines because they don't stick to the typical way Transformers transform. Like, say something that is more of like, like a that turns into like a vehicle, for example. Well, like Iguanas here. Let's put him. We'll have him be in the background. That's just for a little size comparison here. You have to forgive my desk is not exactly meant for this, but there you go. So what more can I say about Core Class Cheetor? I really like the Core Class figures personally. They're like one of my favorite things about that exist in the Transformer sphere. Everything about this figure is very show accurate. Like the shape of his head, honestly, is very show accurate. He's got like spots pretty much in all the right places. As much as they would allow. Because he's a core class figure, let's be real, Hasbro's not going to put all the effort into a figure like this guy. But they gave him good weapons, and I'm going to talk about something that's really interesting that is kind of part of the Transformers mythos. So I'm going to transform this guy, and then I'm gonna show you something that's really kind of interesting. So one of the cool, while we're doing that, we'll talk more about it. But yeah, this version of Cheetor actually isn't even my favorite. Like, he's hitting a lot of nostalgia points for me. I will be honest about that. He is 100% hitting a lot of nostalgia for me because I love Cheetor. He is literally my favorite Beast Wars character. I don't have any nails, so I have to cheat. But like, he's literally my favorite Beast Wars characters. And the thing is I haven't collected any new Cheetor characters because the truth is I don't like the larger Transformers. I want the core class guys, that are on the smaller side. I have made some exceptions. But for the most part, I like these smaller Transformers, and that's just what I like. And so this is the first Cheetor they made that was actually core class, and I love that. And this character is literally is very show accurate. It is kind of crazy how show accurate this is. Also, it does have these little pins for the weapons in here that I think is really neat. I will say this, be careful, because these pins are very small, and if you pull at these blades at the wrong angle, they're gonna break, and then you're not gonna have weapon storage anymore. So please be careful. Don't be violent with these things. Also, the Cheetor does seem to be a little bit fragile, I'm not gonna lie to you. So do not be too rough on this guy. I have already had to put these arms back because they have fallen out. I will say there's also like a tab, there's a tab right here that's supposed to go into that shoulder, but it won't go in on mine, which is fine, honestly. I don't really care because boom, there he is. His beast mode is not anything particularly hard to attain. And maybe that's not the perfect transformation, but it's there, it works, and voila. And I really like this transformation, and one of the reasons why I really like this is because it really goes to show that it's just the evolved version of this. This is an altered McDonald's Panther transformer that I altered to make him look more like Tigertron because I like Tigertron, and again, I like core class figures. But unfortunately, core class are not popular enough that Hasbro wants to make everybody into one. So this is the closest I will get to owning a core class Tigertron. So I altered the figure. I even gave it extra weapons because I'm cool like that. That's an old Power Ranger gun, in case anyone was wondering. And I took some like G.I. Joe guns from like a dollar store and made him have gun arms. Sorry, this is not about this figure. But basically, to get back to the point of this video, this feels like it is the natural evolution of this Transformer. And I like that. I'm hoping Hasbro will apply this more to cat and dog Transformers in the future, because it's a very simple transformation, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Cheetor maybe is a little on the thin side, but like I could see them easily, and plus I'm sure they will print a black version of this at some point. You know, because they'll just call it like Ravage or something, because Ravage and Cheetor and Tigertron kind of have like this constant like rotation of like sharing Transformer bodies. So, but yeah, so this feels like it's a very natural evolution to this, and I like that. I will, however, probably alter my own Cheetor in the future, because even though it is very show accurate, those face sculpts are, oh, just oof. Like, that does look pretty close to the show. I'll give him you that, Hasbro. But I'm gonna do the same thing for his face. He is very show accurate, but I do not. He looks. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's a good figure overall, but he looks so goofy. He looks so goofy, guys. I'm not even kidding. He is so goofy looking. It is very off-putting for me personally. But yeah, so it's a great figure. If you like beast machines, I think you should pick one up. Alter it if you feel like you want to, like I'm going to. Like I said, I'm going to try to make my Cheetor look a little more intimidating, and the tab is not very strong in there, so you got to be careful. But there you go. You'll just have to hold that one. But yeah, you got to be careful with that tab. I was not playing. But yeah. So, like I was saying, is like I think if you're a Beast Machines fan, this is a great figure for you to pick up, especially also if you like the smaller Transformers like I do. My favorite ones are the core class Transformers. I love that size, that like old school, like almost G.I. Joe size figure. I love that. So, yeah, I'm going to alter mine. Like I said, I'm probably going to like paint his eyes, make him look a little more intimidating. I'm thinking about going red just to make him look a little more machine-like, just for my personal taste. But yeah, overall, 10 out of 10. Like, I like the figure. It's a solid core class figure. No, there's not like there's even very little of like what a lot of Transformers fans, like people who are way more into this than I am, complain about. There's a lot of it that's not here. Like there's the only spot right here that's got like empty, that's kind of empty, like there's nothing in there, which I don't know why they did that, but that's like the only spot on this entire bot that's like that. Everything else is just very yeah, there's not. I will say this though, like yes, his face is kind of goofy looking, and I don't care for that, but it's show accurate. There's no arguing with it. It's show accurate. It's very close to what the show was, and so I think that they honestly though, I do think they also could have gone for like a darker yellow, like than what they're going for here versus the show, but that also might just be because the show was very dark, so the lighting may not have been great. This might be actually what his yellow is supposed to be, but anyway, I digress. I'm very pleased with the purchase. I will say I pre-ordered it from Hasbro, so I got it. It's a great figure. I love it. 10 out of 10. I like the weapons. The only thing, like I said, that I don't like about this particular... this is not my favorite Cheetor, to be honest. My favorite Cheetor is Transmetal 2 Cheetor, but like I said, I prefer these smaller, as you guys can tell, I prefer these smaller Transformers that don't take up a lot of space, and that's just how I am. I've never really cared for these big giant Transformers. They take up too much space. I don't like that, so I like these smaller guys that are like G.I. Joe size figures almost. You know, like if you compare them to I wish I had one right now. I don't have one out at the moment, but yeah. So if Hasbro, I probably will buy another Cheetor if Hasbro ever makes like more core class Beast Wars figures. Like if they ever go like for like making, and I would love for the Hasbro to just make like the entire like Beast Wars, Beast Machines cast into core class figures. Like that would be an easy way for them to get all my money, to be really honest. I have the Rat Trap, although I'm probably not going to keep Rat Trap, but I do have him at the moment. As far as I know, the only core class guys from Beast Wars and Beast Machines that are out there are Cheetor and Rat Trap. That's it. That's all I know. There was a rumor about Dinobot being in it, but that, you know, I'm not surprised that he didn't make it. Anyway, guys, if you got any core class or any of the newer Beast Wars stuff, or you're interested in this Cheetor, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you guys like this one enough, maybe I'll do more of them in the future. Let me know.